Today on ABC7 News at noon, a man from Brewer is dead following a motorcycle crash on Saturday night. Plus, we'll hear about all of the 18 people whose lives were cut short during the mass shooting in Lewiston. And we'll check in with hunters in Eddington who were busy over the weekend getting their deer. Good afternoon. I'm Emma Smith, filling in for Susan Farley, and thank you for joining us. Before we get to the news today, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. But actually, before we go there, can we check out the live cam from Sugarloaf? We got a live cam from Sugarloaf right now. If anybody doesn't know, it's snowing. It's dumping snow in Sugarloaf right now and in other parts of the state. That is crazy. There's already a blanket coverage in Sugarloaf right now. I'm sure people are getting their ski and snowboard gear together and they want to go. I don't think they're open for the season yet. I'm not sure when they open. But okay, I'll stop rambling. Let's check in with the actual meteorologist, Devin Biggs, for that full forecast.
Alrighty, happy Monday afternoon. Winter weather advisories are posted across the northern parts of the state. Not so much to the south, though, because we're watching some snow developing. Other spots, though, a small cloud advisory up until 11 a.m. as we head towards the coast on Tuesday because of the active surf that will be expected there. And, of course, visibility levels are starting to drop now, and we have snow to thank for this now. And it's going to be tracking from the west going toward the east as we do move forward with precipitation that will be expected. It's really starting to fill in, and we may have some snow switching over to rain because that line's going to be right around the Bangor area. Any snow that falls near the Bangor area will be rather minimal, though, as a lot of that will melt on contact. The accumulating snow will fall across the northern parts of the state where the heavier snow definitely starting to take place here. We'll have to watch for that with rain expected further down to the south. So with these cutoff lines, it's interesting to see how much snow falls in these areas. In some spots to the north, though, we can see up to 5 to 6 inches of snow in the northern parts of the state before we're all finished up, as all that's right here tracks off from the west and going toward the east, and this will start to back off later on tonight. So futurecast moving forward by around 4 to 5 o'clock, we'll start to wrap this up. We'll be watching for things really clearing out of here as we head towards Tuesday morning with a good amount of sunshine that will be expected in a few spots. Here is some wind as well in a few spots, reaching up to roughly 5 to maybe 15 miles per hour at times, but we'll really start to see that pick up a little bit as we head towards Tuesday as well. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, rain and snow showers possible, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Authorities continue to investigate a motorcycle accident that claimed the life of a Brewer man. According to Bangor Police Department, 24-year-old Drew Baker of Brewer was traveling out of downtown Bangor on a motorcycle when he crashed into a construction scaffolding set up in front of a house. The crash happened around 10:45 Saturday night. Baker, who was not wearing a helmet, was found dead at the scene. Police say Baker was traveling from Harlow Street onto Kenduskeg Avenue when he went across the oncoming lane before leaving the roadway and striking the scaffolding. According to investigators, it was also determined Baker was FaceTiming on his cell phone at the time of the crash. An autopsy will be performed to determine if other factors were involved. A Greenbush family lost their home to a house fire Sunday morning. Fire crews responded to a residence on East Ridge Road at around 10:30 a.m. According to the Greenbush Fire Department, the fire began in the bathroom before spreading across the front of the house. Crews arrived on scene to find the front 2 rooms fully engulfed.
We performed interior operations to get the fire out, received mutual aid from Howland Fire Department, Milford Fire Department, and Old Town Ambulance.
According to Captain McCrum, there were no injuries. A mother and 2 children were in the house at the time of the fire. The homeowner says her family was woken up by her 7-year-old son, who helped make sure everyone got out safely.
We woke up this morning to our bathroom being engulfed in flames. The trash can was on fire. It's gone. There's no saving it. We're going to need all kinds of help that we can get.
Murray says she attempted to put the flames out with a fire extinguisher, but the fire began to spread too quickly. The fire is being further investigated by the State Fire Marshal's office. A GoFundMe has been created to assist the family. That link can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. There will be no school today for students in Fairfield. The police department has asked the school department to remain closed while it investigates a concerning social media post. Officials haven't released details about the post, but say they're making the move out of an abundance of caution. In other news now, the investigation continues as people of Maine continue to heal following last week's deadly mass shooting in Lewiston. We're now learning authorities were alerted last month about veiled threats made by the man accused of killing 18 people and wounding more than a dozen. According to the Associated Press, a statewide awareness alert was sent in mid-September to be on the lookout for Robert Card. That came after the U.S. military reservist made threats against his base and fellow soldiers. But after stepped-up patrols of the base for a couple of weeks and a visit to his home turned up no sign of him, they moved on. It's unclear if they were the same threats that resulted in his committal to a mental health facility over the summer after he acted erratically and threatened to shoot up a military base. Mourners came together in Lewiston two nights ago to remember those lost in the shootings last week. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard brings us more from the emotional event.
The mourning process has begun for the people of Lewiston and the entire state of Maine as the community came together Sunday night to hold a candlelight vigil.
Thank you for coming here tonight and helping us gather to get through the biggest challenge this community has ever known.
I want, as we gather, to honor grief and to look towards healing.
We will not be defined by the tragedies that have happened here. Fear, anxiety, and trepidation will not dictate our present or our future.
Like all, I extend my deepest sympathies to the families of the victims, to those wounded, and to those who witnessed what no one should ever witness. I have the deepest gratitude for the law enforcement agents, first responders, and the health responders.
Together, we will get through this. Together, we will be stronger. Together, we will remain, as the sign says, hopeful.
Outside of the vigil, community members were calling for legislative action to help try and prevent the next mass shooting.
Somebody said that an ounce of prevention worth than a pound of cure. So I think this is the time for us to take action.
Citizens need to speak up and be very loud and very clear, and this is the clear, loud message right here.
In Lewiston, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In addition to the ceremony 2 nights ago, vigils were held across the state this weekend, extending beyond Lewiston. Saturday, Mainers gathered in Lisbon to remember the 18 victims with a candlelight vigil, coming together to grieve and take comfort in one another.
We are a community, but we're also a family, and that's why we're here tonight. Right now, the focus, the only thing we need to focus on is showing compassion and caring for each other.
To have something, like this happen,
It's taken our security away. It shattered it, really.
It makes you really stop and think.
In Bangor yesterday, another vigil was held at City Hall, where dozens of Mainers joined in moments of silence and prayer.
When tragic things happen, we all seek community and we seek opportunities to come together. It's been a hard week for everybody, whether you had a personal connection to what happened or not.
This could have happened anywhere, and I think that's the thing we all feel. And when it happens to us in Maine, we all feel it, because we all are part of this big family that we call Maine.
On Friday, authorities revealed the identities of the 18 victims whose lives were tragically taken in Lewiston on Wednesday night. And as we learn the names and faces, we'd like to take a moment to tell the stories behind them. Tyler Cruz gives us a closer look.
On Friday evening, the Maine Department of Public Safety announcing the names and the faces of the 18 people lost during Wednesday's tragic events, and each of them leaving behind a unique legacy. Here are their stories. Starting with the youngest, Aaron Young, just 14 years old. A freshman at Winthrop High School, was at just-in-time recreation for a night at a bowling league with his father, William. The two of them were called the apple of each other's eyes. Robert Violet and Lucille Violet, a married couple in their 70s, were among the victims as well. Robert was an avid bowler. He started a youth bowling league and often took Lucy bowling in a couples league. William Frank Brackett, or Billy Brackett, is being mourned by the deaf community in Maine. Billy was a son, a husband, a father, and a friend to many in the deaf community. He leaves behind his wife, Christina, and their 6-month-old daughter. Keith McNair was a Florida resident, 64 years old. He was in Maine visiting a family member named Breslin, recently joking on Facebook about needing an air conditioner in Maine in October. Max Hathaway is a husband and a father of 2, soon to be 3, as his wife Brenda is expecting later this year. His sister says that Max was a loving person, and it was, quote, really something watching him become a father to his 2 girls. Stephen Vozella is another member of the deaf community lost on Wednesday evening. There was a cornhole tournament for the community at Schmeggy's Bar. Vozella was an active member of the New England Deaf Cornhole League, and they say he brought excitement and a huge smile to the league, and that is how he will be remembered. Tommy Conrad, 34 years old, was confirmed as one of the victims by his father, Timothy Conrad. He's survived by his 9-year-old daughter. Tommy was a new manager at the bowling alley, and he was planning a pumpkin carving night there for his daughter later this month and died protecting others in the venue. Michael Deslauriers II was also one of the victims at Just in Time Recreation. His sister Vicky Roy told ABC News her brother, 51 years old, loved golfing and bowling and bowled in a league once or twice a week. Michael's father told reporters he and a friend made sure their wives and children were safe before charging the shooter at Just in Time Recreation. Jason Adam Walker, also 51 years old, was confirmed as one of the victims during Thursday's press conference. He was with Deslauriers at Just in Time Recreation, the friend that charged the shooter and protected the others there. Trisha Asselin was one of the victims from the bowling alley where she loved to frequent. She's remembered as a selfless friend and a kind and caring person. She leaves behind her son and was actively fundraising for breast cancer. Ron Morin was described as an upbeat, happy guy. His family is seeking privacy at the moment. Morin served as a softball umpire in Maine, and USA Softball Maine posted this message on their Facebook after hearing of the loss. They also tell us that he was a great guy and a pure human being. Peyton Brewer was playing in that cornhole tournament at the Bar and Grill while he lost his life as well. His brother Ralph told reporters that Peyton loved playing cornhole, spending time with his friends, and leaves behind a daughter who recently celebrated her 2nd birthday. Joshua Seal, another member of the deaf community whose life was tragically taken at Schmeggy's Bar and Grill. Seal served as the beloved ASL interpreter for the Maine Public Health's COVID-19 press conferences. Dr. Nirav Shah called him the voice and the face of the COVID response for the deaf community in Maine, saying he will forever be missed. Brian McFarland, another member of the deaf community taken from us on Wednesday night. He was also at the cornhole night at Schmeggy's Bar and Grill. McFarland was an avid member of the Deaf RC Club, a remote-controlled racing club across the nation. McFarland's sister says he loved riding motorcycles, outdoor activities, and hanging with his dog, M&M. Joseph Lawrence was a manager at Schmeggy's Bar and Grill on Wednesday night. His father, Leroy Walker, serves as a city councilor in Auburn and said that Joseph charged at the gunman with a knife to protect others in the bar. Arthur Strout, 42 years old, was also confirmed as one of the victims killed at Schmeggy's Bar and Grill. His father had just left before the shooting took place. Strout was a father of 5 and was playing pool that night with his dad.
And as we mentioned, Commissioner Sashchuk and authorities are emphasizing keeping the focus on the victims. And our hearts here at Fox ABC go out to all of the family, friends, and communities impacted by these tragedies. As you guys said earlier, the healing process is just beginning. And we will have more coverage tomorrow on how Lewiston is kind of recovering in the wake of all of these things. Okay, coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, gun violence spoiled Halloween celebrations in different cities across the country over the weekend. Details on this and more when we return.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
I was there when the procedure was done. I was standing right there, so.
A dog grooming business gets blasted.
What I'm seeing is somebody who's a moron giving a dog a bath.
You have to clean the underneath of the ear, but
Not with a hose!
But this owner stands by her employee.
Why isn't she here?
maybe she didn't want to speak to the pictures of what she did. My dog.
That's a problem for you.
Next, Judge Judy.
Monday at 5, only on ABC 7.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $249 a month or get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry in.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing the new Xumo Stream Box from Spectrum. Now, you can watch your favorites, including live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular apps all in one place. Find what you want, faster and easier than ever with our advanced search feature. It's streaming simplified. Get the new Xumo Stream Box free for 12 months when you add Spectrum TV. Visit spectrum.com/Xumo or a Spectrum store today.
Join us every Friday this season as we celebrate the return to the gridiron with the most highlights, reaction, and analysis of your favorite teams. Catch Sports Blitz Friday at 11 on ABC 7. Sports Blitz, brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And by Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, where you'll find furniture that's in stock and ready for delivery.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Gunfire erupted over the weekend, spoiling Halloween celebrations in a number of cities. Things turned deadly in Tampa, and more than a dozen people were shot at a party in Chicago. Here's ABC's Rihanna Nally.
This morning, Halloween celebrations are getting off to a violent start in communities across the country. Shots rang out in Tampa, Florida on Saturday. At least 2 people killed and more than a dozen wounded during the shooting.
In this fight between 2 groups, we had hundreds of innocent people involved.
Marissa Riker's 20-year-old sister was visiting from Missouri, suffering a gunshot wound to the leg and requiring emergency surgery.
I've always been like my sister's keeper. That's how a big sister's supposed to be, and I can't be that right now for her.
In Indianapolis, 10 people shot and 1 woman killed at a Halloween party.
Unfortunately, somebody took it upon themselves to inflict injury and pain on members of our community, and it's not acceptable.
Meanwhile, at least 15 shot at a Halloween party in Chicago, 2 critically injured. Between Friday and Sunday, at least 11 people were killed and 76 others injured in 12 mass shootings across the country. Most of the shootings taking place in the early morning hours as large Halloween celebrations were wrapping up. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
In other news now, some employees from CVS, Walgreens, and other drugstore chains are planning to walk out again as they protest working conditions. Organizers are calling it Pharmageddon. The walkout is expected to start today and last through Wednesday. Pharmacy staff across the country are promising to call out sick in an attempt to get better working conditions. Their demands include better pay, direct say in scheduling, and guaranteed hours. More than 2,000 people could be participating in the walkout this week. All right, hunting season is finally upon us, and folks in Eddington wasted no time. We'll check out who bagged their deers over the weekend. This and more coming up.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. All things basementy. Our Stable Lock Wall System offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
The big automakers want a monopoly on your car repairs. That's why they're starting to restrict access to your car's mechanical data. But voting yes on question 4, right to repair, will stop them. Hundreds of local independent repair shops across Maine urge yes on 4, because yes on 4 will protect consumer choice and save thousands of Maine jobs.
It's your car. It should be your choice where to fix it.
Vote yes on question 4. Yes on right to repair.
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select multiple veterans to win a gift voucher from Chick-fil-A. Locally sponsored by Coach House Restaurant, Jerry's Used Cars Incorporated, Jamar Construction Products LLC, and McCusick's Petroleum.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money, and I'll fight to get it for you. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Another client had a brain injury, and we got them $1.15 million. If you get hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Rifle hunting kicked off for Maine residents Saturday without restrictions after the manhunt for suspected Lewiston mass shooter Robert Card came to a close. David Ledford spoke with hunters in Eddington about their first day of the season. Take a look.
My very first deer.
Hunters across the state took part in Maine Resident Only Day Saturday. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife announced Friday that hunting in Bowdoin, Lewiston, Lisbon, and Monmouth would be prohibited until further notice. However, that suspension was quickly lifted after suspected mass shooter Robert Card's body was discovered Friday night.
I think a lot of people feel a lot of relief, one, to kind of not be on guard. And I think a lot of people might not have gone out hunting or done a lot of different things. Now people can kind of get back to normal.
While they would not have been affected by the hunting prohibition, those who stopped by the Eddington store in Eddington to weigh and tag their deer say they're glad that everyone can start the season on time.
I was worried that they were going to suspend hunting season, but when they didn't, I was ecstatic. So I know a lot of people look forward to this every year, hunting season. So it's a way to put meat on the table for us for the winter.
Some say deer hunting is an important tradition in Maine.
All Mainers who enjoy hunting as a tradition are very grateful that it's open season. Everybody can do what they really enjoy. It brings families together. It's a great tradition, and I hope we can carry it on for generations.
For more information about hunting season dates and bag limits, view this story on our website at foxbangor.com. In Eddington, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Your full forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, here we go. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hampton, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later. Alrighty, here we go. We have advisories that are posted, though. Some of them expiring at 6 p.m. Further out towards the north, winter weather advisory. Some of these will also expire at 4 p.m. Of course, we're watching this small craft advisory that's also up until 11 a.m. as we head towards Tuesday. Visibility levels also down across the western parts of the state. Not so much to the east just yet, but this will be changing in a big hurry, though, with snow and rain and a wind sheet mix in a few spots before we're all finished up. And we're seeing the snowfall tracking from the west to the east, mixing with rain at times, so a lot of this will not really track too much to the south, though, or accumulate all that much, I should say, though. The accumulation will be possible further off to the north. Near Bangor to the south, whatever falls will melt on contact, though. Ground's too warm, air temperature's too warm as well, but a lot of snow possible further off towards the north, and a lot more precipitation to the south as well. All this tracking dragging from the west going toward the east. This will start to back off later on today as this area low pressure continues to track off towards the east. So by later on tonight and tomorrow, we'll be done with this and things will begin to improve as we do move forward. So futurecast moving forward, though, there's that wind stream mix line right about in here. We'll wait till about 5 or 6 o'clock later on tonight for things starting to back off. Then once we head towards tomorrow, we're looking pretty good with a lot of sunshine. It will be on the way as we start things off for you Tuesday. Tuesday will be a much better day to get outside and really enjoy things. Any snowfall should start to melt by that point as well. By Tuesday night, looking pretty quiet as we do move forward. A warm-up will soon be on the way as well. We'll have to wait a few days for that, but maybe a few clouds as we head towards Wednesday morning. Snowfall, additional snowfall, looking like another 3 to 4 inches in the northern parts of the state before we're all finished up. Maybe a couple inches further down to the south. But once you reach Bangor area south, no snowfall accumulations expected. Whatever falls will melt rather quickly. Gusty winds on the way for us today as well, up to 15 miles per hour at times. Once we head towards tomorrow, that's when things really begin to pick up with gusts up to 25, even 30 miles per hour in a few spots. So your forecast for today, lower 40s, rain and snow, also breezy. Northeast wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 20s, rain and snow early, then decreasing clouds, and that west wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 40s, lots of sunshine, also breezy as well. Northwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's your extended forecast brought to you by Healing Hands Massage. Wednesday, we're partly cloudy, highs in the low 40s, mid 40s on Thursday with a lot of sunshine. Partly cloudy on Friday, highs in the low 50s.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary, call now to see how a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan could get you some big benefits, including this all-in-one WellCare Spendables debit card to use for over-the-counter health items. Find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. A WellCare Medicare Advantage plan is designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, coverage for prescription drugs, dental, vision and hearing, and the WellCare Spendables debit card to make getting the coverage you need more convenient. The WellCare Spendables debit card can be used for over-the-counter health items. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan with a $0 or low monthly plan premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 or low monthly plan premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, and we make them easy to use so you can support your best health. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your healthcare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information, so call 1-877-282-3827. Call today.
Kids and adults alike trotted up to a Halloween celebration in Orono on Saturday. Witter Farm's annual Trick or Trot event brought together animals, candy, face painting, and more to highlight the spooky season. At the University of Maine, kids got an up-close look at a variety of farm animals and a jump start on the holiday. Some say events like these help to develop a sense of community.
It's a really good sense of community, and it brings everyone together, which is awesome. And bonding over animals and fun games and candy. We got a lot of families and a lot of little kids in their costumes, and a lot of students too.
To learn more about the Maine Animal Club, which hosts the event, visit our website at foxbangor.com. All right, that's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thank you for watching. I'm Emma Smith. We'll see you this evening in ABC 7 News at 6.